Here at the Berrien County Courthouse, the sheriff says he'll have more deputies patrolling the hallways to make sure everyone is safe and then to increase that sense of security. And I mean, it sounds silly, right? But they're working on it with the Stream and Wetland Ecology Lab here at Notre Dame. And actually, an undergraduate student came up with the idea, and they go into the wetlands and collect these turtles.
That was probably the third most fun thing I've ever done in my life. I don't really know if that's sad or not, but come on down to Slide the City today right in downtown South Bend, and you can ride this portable 1,000-foot long slide just like I did. It's really, really fun. Ed and Kristen.
In a new interview with Fox News Channel, the presumptive Republican nominee insists that he has yet to settle on a running mate, saying, quote, "I haven't made a final decision." The hope is that this new ID technology will also help senior citizens. Oh, how could we forget? We did take on the task of the escape room, and for those of you who don't know what an escape room is, it's a physical adventure game where they lock players in a room and you have to solve a series of puzzles. If you can get out, that is.
Starting at 5, behind those doors there's going to be a whole lot of music and fun. So the festival actually kicked off yesterday, and one of the performers has this incredible story. We were able to sit down with Savannah Whitaker to hear how she went from homeless to rising star.
Sometimes the sweetest of tunes comes from the hardest times.
I'm covered in guilt and shame.
A year ago, 24-year-old Savannah Whitaker was homeless when she met Steve Toman in the most unexpected way.
I was doing a photo shoot in an alleyway, and I didn't know it was him until we moved into his apartment. And he was walking up to his apartment, I'm assuming, and he said, "Wow, you've got a really amazing voice." And I was like, "Thank you."
2 weeks later, Steve died unexpectedly. Savannah and her friend went to the funeral, and that's where Savannah met Steve's mother, Debbie.
At the funeral, it was just briefly, but it was 2 days later she came with her friend, and Savannah sang to me. It was the most beautiful song I had ever heard, and it was just about not really being able, you know, to make it through, but God gets you through it.
A voice that brought Debbie and her daughter Shannon to tears.
Baby, it's the darkest hour.
Debbie invited Savannah to stay for good.
Not knowing that these two people crossing each other's paths, he was going to pass away in 2 weeks, and she was going to be living with his family and basically become like my sister.
A soft place to fall, and trusting in somebody who probably didn't have a lot of people trusting in her. Didn't matter at all. It was unconditional love.
Something that both Savannah and Debbie say was God's plan.
But I know now that God had brought her into our lives because she is such a blessing to us. Really, she's been on this journey from homeless to rising star, and the whole time she's been rising, she has been blessing us.
Blameless, forgive.